And we always think about the fun on Derby Day, but the week leading up to Derby is also great fun, especially this new day, 5-0 Tuesday for the locals.
And speaking of the fun on Derby week, there's no better people to cover it than
right.
our own Dalton Godby and Chris Suter. Hey, guys.
So flattering. I mean, I haven't talked to him in a while, you know?
I think they called us bozos or something last
That
year,
is
so
what
that was
happened.
a little bit better of an introduction, I think.
That was when we were talking about drinking Busch Light, the nectar of the gods last year. Remember that?
And it is.
It sure is.
It really
I've had quite a
is.
few since that time. Guys, it is a pleasure to be back here at Churchill Downs. As you know, this is the most beautiful place you can be on the first week of May. We've seen several races so far. We got a real front row seat. The gate is actually just beyond our booth this year, so we got to see it up close and personal.
Seconds ago, they bolted out of there. Not sure which race that was. We mentioned it was 5-0 Tuesday. A lot of Louisville-themed races. The Phoenix Hill Tavern was one of them. I think that may have been the last race. And then there's some risque names as well.
For the spicy horses. What is that place called?
The Toy Tiger?
The Toy Tiger. If you know, you know, as they say on social media. We should also talk about this interview we had earlier today. We got to talk to the trainer of the reigning champion, Rich Strike, on the backside.
Yeah, Eric Reed, we caught up with him. He invited us into the barn. We got a look at Rich Strike. He looks strong. He is actually one of the few Derby horses that is going to run this year. Many of them retire after they win the Kentucky Derby, but Rich Strike is going to run on Oaks Day in one of the races leading up to the Kentucky Oaks. It will be really cool for the folks here at Churchill Downs to see a Derby horse still competing.
What a year it's been for that team, too.
Man.
I mean, that victory last year was storybook, that's for sure. And they got a permanent thing after the race was over so that they can always remember it. We're talking about ink.
Yep, a little bit of ink. What I love about Eric Reed and that team, they're just some good old boys from Kentucky.
They
you
are.
know? And we talked to them a little bit about why they got some tattoos, and they showed them to us. Check it out.
I noticed you have some new ink on your hand. Do you care showing that off to everybody at home? Look at that. Tell us how this came about.
Well, after we won the Derby, you know, Rick Dawson and Pete Chereau and I and a lot of the guys here involved just decided we might as well be blood brothers, so we went and got a tattoo. And a lot of those guys are up in years and never had one, but they got them, and now they want another one.
I feel like this needs to be your new team shirt. Come on in, sir. Look at this.
That is a work of art right there.
Yeah, it is.
Commemorating the Rich Strike Kentucky Derby 148 win. We got to get a look at the back. There it is. The
That's
portrait.
our karma director, Scott Wilson. He takes care of everything for the stable on race day, keeps us all in.
Oh, he's got it too. Look at that ink.
This is
The guns are too big there. Can't get the shirt up.
Straighten your arm out.
All right. Yeah, yeah.
They kept trying it. It was not going to happen.
It wasn't. Dude's got the guns, man.
I know.
He couldn't
Welcome
get
to
that
the gun
shirt
show.
up. Need to get him in size up. I think they call that a schmedium. Yeah, he
Schmedium,
was
that's
wearing-
what it is. I think you're exactly right. They invited us for drinks, by the way, on Oaks Day.
We might have
Good
to get us
guys.
a taste of bourbon from the former Derby winner.
Like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
We've got more coming up at 4:30 today, including Tell
The
people.
second annual WDRB Stakes.
That's a tease.
Featuring some former runners in that race, Gilbert Horsey and Foal and Glick.
A rematch like none other.
Didn't they get second last year?
I don't
There was
remember.
a controversy at the end. I just remember that finish having to go back to the
I
judges.
recall that.
And as far as Friday goes, just remember, Chris, before you go boozing with the trainers and whatever you're going to do, you have assignments till 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
What?
Yeah. Mind blown. All right, guys, we'll check back with you at 4:30. All right, so getting to the Kentucky